So, Brian, what's up?
Hey, guys. Pat, I love your comedy, man. You're great.
Thank you.
I want to know, how do you like Vegas now compared to what it was like back in the Sinatra era?
Very simple. It's a metropolis today. All they need now is Batman. That's what it is. Years ago, it was a gambling town. It was a different attitude. I mean, you could not pay for food. If you didn't eat if you did not eat in the lobby with all those fucking buffets, they were offended. And if you were a $3,000 roller, you got the room for nothing. They sent you back with a half a case of fucking booze when you went. They paid for everything. Now they don't pay, give you a cock. Now you turn around, it's points. You get 35 points, you win a sandwich. Fuck your sandwich. That's what it is. Now, if you're a multimillionaire and you got it in the cage, what the fuck you say? I'm pissed off, I didn't get the hat. What the fuck you need the hat for? You dumb cocksucker. You're a millionaire. You want a fucking Sans hat? You want a fucking hat? You sick fuck. He goes, yeah, but why shouldn't I? What the fuck is your problem? You can open a fucking hat factory, you stupid fuck. I don't know. It just pisses me off. That guy only went for $30,000. He didn't get the fucking hat. I'll give you a fucking box of hats, you sick fuck. That's what's wrong. Years ago, you didn't have to. They gave you. That if the woman came, they gave her fucking flowers. They gave her back because not all was in charge. You know, and the wise guys know gambling. Don't let all these bullshit fucking corporations. They're in gambling. They're part of the fucking heart of gambling. That's for the guys that know. Now they got machines, all fucking machines that you gotta be careful you're gonna cheat. You didn't cheat with the wise guys. You did not cheat.
No.
They put you in the room, took your fucking finger off. And that's it. And you never called the cops, you never said nothing. But today, with all the mechanism and everything, people are still fucking around. It's bullshit. It's a big metropolis. Comics today, if they want to work there, unless they're a big giant, gotta buy the room. They said, Pat, you want to buy a room? I don't want to be your partner. They said, well, you take the door. I said, I got 8 doors in my fucking house. I don't need another fucking door. Why am I going to be a fucking partner? I don't need it. You want me? You pay me. You don't want me? No hard feelings. I'm fucking dead anyway. It's fucking over. So you're not going to offend me. Go, well, you're not going to work no more. Who gives a fuck?
God bless you, man.
But I'm serious. I'm not trying to be a wise ass. I mean, at 80 fucking years old, if I could get one hump before I die, just one hump, then I say, it's good. I made it. It's over. What the fuck is it? Hey. Water. Hey, where else can you get free water?
Yeah, Vegas is out of control.
Huh?
Yeah, from your yard. From your old yard.
It's not the same. Nothing's the same. You become a mechanic when you walk in there. You're like a fucking robot.
Well,
you got to be careful. You can't. Now, here's a funny thing. You turn around and you lose, say, 30,000. All right? Now, they will not give you a fucking receipt that you lost the 30,000. I said, wait a minute. If I lost 30,000 and I won 15,000, I got to pay tax on the 15, but I lost 30, so I'm out 15. Give me a receipt. You get cock. That's what you get, cock. In fucking old days, they didn't give it a whole 30,000. And I say, you have to pay, get the fuck out. Here's your money. Go. You want to go home? We'll get you now. God, we'll take it to the plane. Today, when you're making tons of money, all of a sudden your plane is not going to leave on time. I've had friends of mine, I had $200,000. The guy said, well, there's going to be a 4-hour wait. He lost 10 grand. I've seen that more than once. I'm finished. When I lost my wife 3 years ago, I put all my eggs in my grandkids and that's it. That's the fucking end of it. That's reality. That's not bullshit. You're going to get nothing, you understand? You're going to kiss my ass. I need nothing in the fucking will. The day my wife died, a week later, got a lawyer. Give him every fucking thing. He said, well, don't you want some of yourself? Fuck me. Give it to him now. Who wants to hit him later? Give it right there. Yeah. That's reality. You pass it on, and they're good kids. They're going to do good. They want to go to college, fine. They don't want to go to college. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's nice to love your children and nice to love your grandkids, but they got to understand, I'm on my last leg. Don't fucking tell me what to do, where to go, and when to do it. You understand? I went to the doctor for a fucking examination. I'm in A1 shape, and then he says to me, you have ED. Now, I thought it was cancer. He says, you have erectional dysfunction. I says, what do you mean? He says, well, you can't get a hard-on. I said, well, I haven't tried. And this is the truth. He says, did you try Viagra? Mount to God. I tried Viagra about 2 weeks after he told me that. I'm in front of the fucking mirror waiting for this thing to rise. So he calls me, he says, how you doing? He said, you gotta have a girl, you stupid fuck. What are you doing in front of the fucking thing? And that's how dumb I am. So he gives me a needle, my Otagas, called PCP or BB. He says, he took a glove and he puts my pecker in his hand, my Otagad, and he injects it with a little, like he pricks the prick. And I swear to you, I go in another room and I wait 10 minutes and this thing starts to rise. My God. He comes in, puts another glove on. I take the fazul out. He looks at it again. He goes, wait another minute or two. I'm wearing jeans. I should never see my grandkids again. And I got scared. It started to push against my jeans. Now I can't get the fucking thing down. And he comes running in. He puts another fucking glove on. And he's turning around. He says, calm down. Calm down. And he puts ice cubes. I says, what the fuck are you doing to my pecker here? He says, Pat, sometimes that happens. What if I'm all alone and the fucking horn don't want to go down? What am I going to call my fucking neighbor? What am I going to do? He says, you call 911. 911, my cocker can't go down. Are you fucking stupid? How much for the service? $1,500 fucking dollars.
Exactly.
I said, wait a minute. I gave the $1,500. I gave the $1,500. I said, okay. He says, now here's how you do it. He gives you a dildo and he shows you how to inject your gagaxa there. It's okay. I go home and I said, I'll wait a couple of days. Stupid me, you need a girl. I'm not taking. I got a fucking needle and I put it in my fazul. Okay? Now it's laying there. And it's laying there. Nothing. I called this fucking bum up. I said, hey, my thing ain't. He said, Pat, you need a girl. I said, how come when I was in the room with your fucking thing, there was no girl and my cock went up? Are you working on different medicines, you fat bastard? So, what did I do? $1,500, my I got, I threw the shit out.
You did.
I threw the shit out. I said, what am I fucking pushing 80 years old? I ain't got a fucking broad. What am I going to do? What am I waiting? But you know, that's the fucking dumb ego. I had all my sexual fantasies. That's yesterday. There's no more. Fortnite right now is a big thing for me. Passing gas is wonderful. Oh, and if it lasts long, I cry emotionally. Because I know the fucking belly is working. My father says, when you go every morning to dump, means that the engine is working. So when he says, when you do that, you're alive. And he's right.
Right. And he would leave no smells, I remember, from your last visit.
No, you don't. When you eat the filetti pomodoro, it just keeps it clean. So we're not looking for smells. We're not looking for nothing. When you go every day, the engine is... Who the fuck is Jimmy? What are you calling
Jim Norton, right here. Huh? Well, about Jimmy, make sure
but
we all smell his farts.
Something wrong with your eyes. You're looking over there when you're talking to Jimmy.
Well, you know, you need a girl, obviously, but you're saying fantasies and stuff. Maybe you take care of yourself if you...
No, I can't. Know. How can I do a masturbation if it don't go up?
That's
it's like
true.
Masturbating a fucking mushroom. Give me a fucking break.
Could go back to the doctor, maybe pay him a little more than $1,500.
It is what it is. It's fucking dead.
You should masturbate.
Hey,
in front of the computer with some of that porn.
Let me tell you something. I say it on the stage, buddy, and I tell everybody, when you can pee, do the sign of the cross, you're fucking lucky. I says, peeing is an art. I got friends of mine who have prostate problems. They have to pee at an angle. They wouldn't give a fuck. Just water comes out. I said, so after the show, we're all going to go and pee. That's what we're going to do. There's 800 of you out there. Let's go fucking pee. That's better than sex. That's better than normal. Rather than have a guy propping your ass on propping the things with fingers and telling you got a prostate. Who the fuck ever knew I had a prostate? All I knew, I had two balls and a thing hanging above the two balls. That's all I knew. All of a sudden, they got names, prostate. I want to pee. That's my fucking pleasure today.
Have you ever got a finger up the ass from the doctor?
No. I had a guy, the doctor, they called him the finger. This guy, he practiced, he says, the best way to touch and to feel for prostate is with the finger, not the blood shit. He says, I'm from the old school. And that's what he would do. And then he can't. He has arthritis in his fucking right hand. How the fuck can he put his finger on my ass? I get a thrill. I can just see that finger mingling in my ass. But that's what they did years ago. And you know something? They're starting to go back with the old ways these doctors were. I mean, a fucking guy come over the house years ago with a black bag. He said, what's the matter, Patty? I says, I got a pain here. He says, rub it. And your mother gave me chicken. We had no fucking money. He did that for 40 years. His name is Purdue. It's a true story. Ba-da-boom, boom.
Oh, my God.
How about a massage from a girl?
I don't want nobody touching my fucking body. I was married 42 years. I love my wife. I hug her. She goes, you want me to work? No. Leave the fucking body alone. It's in good shape. Are you embarrassed me? She goes, no. Am I doing okay? She says, yeah. What the fuck? It ain't broke. What are you trying to fix it for? I don't want no massages. So one Christmas she brings in, Adele, a muscle-bound fucking broad, and she says, this is a Merry Christmas. Your wife wants you to get her rubbed on. I said, you put your fucking hands on me, I'll stab you with a fucking knife. She looked like a Nazi, this fucking broad. She had a tattoo on her tongue called Eat at Joe's. Eat at Joe's. Eat at Joe's. So I don't like that. I am what I am. You like me, and I understand. But that's what it is. I don't want nobody. I don't go for that fucking shit. I'm just nice. I like to dip the bread in the macaroni.
Oh, yeah.
I come in my pants when I eat a fucking dish of pasta.
It's the worst of the Opie and Anthony show.
You know who's the real McCoy? Pat
Cooper?
Pat Cooper.
Yeah.
Is the real fucking McCoy.
Yeah, that guy's out of his mind. Definitely.
He's not that motherfucker, so.
He doesn't hold back.
Yeah,
Pat Cooper was trashing us the other day, actually.
Yeah, he was doing.
He trashes.
He trashes
everything.
everybody, and it wasn't. I don't even think
Equal
it was a
opportunity.
legitimate trashing of us.
I have no idea what he was trying to say.
He's trashing
I would love
us.
to get him on the show to talk about this.
He was
crap.
trashing us
God,
to
you're setting
trash
us up
Howard.
for a lot of bits. We happen to have Pat Cooper audio on,
Are you joking me?
and he's trashing us.
Play it.
He's trashing us
we don't really
in
get
order
it,
to
though.
trash Howard. He was trashing Howard, saying, why did you make these guys famous? It's your fault that these guys are millionaires, and it's because of you. Because you brought them attention.
I bet you if you called Pat, he'd fucking talk to you.
He would in a second, I know.
He's not a phony.
Yeah.
That old man is
just a crotchety old
fucking,
fucker.
He is not fucking around.
Well, someone get the word out to Pat Cooper. We'll have him in.
Didn't they throw him out of the Friars Club or something?
Oh my God!
So obnoxious.
He was talking about Rodney Dangerfield when he was dying. So it was so fucking brutal.
Who cares about Rodney Dangerfield?
He said, if I'm walking around with a coconut on my head, shoot me. And then Rodney had like a tumor. He said, if I'm walking around with a coconut growing on my head, just throw me out the window.
That's funny, man.
Pat Cooper is not a bullshit motherfucker, man.
Throw me out the window.
And Rodney Dangerfield would appreciate that joke.
Yeah.
We'll try to do this real fast before a break. All right? It's Pat Cooper trashing us in some bizarre way.
Let me tell you something. Anybody can be tough when they got the microphone and I can't answer. Now I got the microphone, and I'm going to tell Howard Stern he's full of shit. Let's start with that. He turns around and says, I can't handle fame. I left the Howard Stern show because Howard Stern made an ass of himself when he started fighting with Opie and Anthony.
What are you talking about?
And when he makes Opie and Anthony become dickheads, beat his ass in, I said, it's time for me to go away. Because Opie and Anthony, he made them millionaires. You know what Howard made me? $35 a week. That's the fucking difference. People who help them, he don't help.
See, Pat
Not a
Cooper.
trashing?
Nah, I see it as
That's
just,
absolutely not a trashing.
Well, what happened was when Pat Cooper found out that Howard Stern had a gag order on us, he couldn't believe it. And he's a stand-up guy. He said, "You know what? I can't be part of your crap. If you're putting gag orders on
that
fellow
was
radio guys."
years ago when Pat when he stopped doing Stern.
Yeah.
Years.
Some of the funniest Pat Cooper and some of the funniest moments on Stern's show was when Pat Cooper was on. Remember years ago. Who told you that? Who told you that? Who told you that? Who told you that? When he just kept yelling that over and over again. Got funnier every time.
What does he mean by Howard made us famous?
He's not. He's saying that. You hear at the end, he goes, "What does he make me? $35." He's like, why would he give you guys
the time of day? Right.
So basically what it's saying is it's like you look up to somebody or you respect somebody. It's just like if I look at you guys like, you know what, y'all some serious. If I'm out there going, these two are some serious motherfuckers, and then like Joe Blow, the new radio guy, comes around and he goes, you two bitch ass niggas, and y'all go, hey man, forget him. That guy's an asshole. I don't want to deal with him. Pat's kind of like, what, motherfucker? And I can't make money. He's not. He's saying, why not him?
He shouldn't have given us the time of day.
Yeah, right. It's like you represented. Basically, he's giving you a compliment because he's saying you're the guys.
Right.
He's not. He could have said anybody.
He's disappointed in Howard that Howard didn't, try to fight back. Instead, went behind the scenes and did the gag order shit. He couldn't believe that someone like Howard would do that.
He's
that's not the Howard that he thought he knew.
Right. He's saying fucking. He let you guys fucking.
And he's just a crotchety old fuck.
And he's a fucking. Even if he is trashing you,
all right, here we go.
He's Pat Cooper.
Yeah. More.
I take it as a compliment. It's kind of fun.
He's a brutal animal.
Yeah. More audio.
People who help him, he don't help. But he helps fucking Opie and Anthony.
But I don't understand.
Gary, I never heard from you.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Shut up, Robin.
Because he's telling everybody I left because I can't handle fame. That's bullshit.
No, that's not true. That's not what he
ever said.
No, he never said that.
He said it a couple of weeks ago. Don't tell me.
He said that's one aspect of your personality is that you can't handle fame, but that's not why you left the show.
Yeah, but I gotta know, why did you leave the show? Because I
left it because when I saw the energy that he made two assholes big stars for no fucking reason.
But how did he do that? I don't understand.
Holy shit! See that
two assholes, big stars for no fucking reason.
But what's the problem with that? You two assholes.
We are assholes. I'll give him that. We are assholes.
But he makes it think that Howard made us famous. You gotta
that's
work
what
at
he's
this.
saying,
You gotta
though.
work at this shit every day.
I
You can't
think
just go on the radio and wait for someone to start talking about you, and then you become famous. You become big in this industry because you work your balls off and come up with some interesting radio.
I think he's saying. I think he knows, and he's innately that I don't think Howard made you. I think he's saying the energy that he put into you guys.
Yeah.
Not that he said, "Oh, I touched these guys and made them." He's saying, "Motherfucker, put that energy into me. Why are you putting energy into these two motherfuckers?"
Right. Don't even
Because he
waste
did mention
your
the
time.
money. I made $35 from
$35.
Yeah.
Let's go back to this.
That he made two assholes big stars for no fucking reason.
But how did he do that? I don't understand.
Opie and Anthony, he said, "Don't you talk to me. I won't talk to you. You're taking my material." I said, "He's taking your material, Howard. How the fuck he take your material? There's only one you, Howard. Why do you make assholes get you angry? You can't play in my yard. You got the ball." That's bullshit. So you know what I said? All his energy on two assholes. Why not use the energy on people who do his show much more better than those two fucking assholes? Why make them millionaires? Why? Because he made them stop.
I don't think that was his intention.
Yes,
you have no idea why he took the attitude toward them that he did.
They were stealing my material.
But that's what he
Does
said.
Howard Stern own the? Does Howard Stern own the bout? Does Howard Stern say, I owe you? Who the fuck does this man think? He's not Jesus Christ.
And what should he
Give me
have
a
done
fucking
for
break.
you? What should he have
wait a
done
minute.
for
Give me a
you?
fucking break. This man don't walk on fucking water.
You're saying that energy was misdirected on those two guys that could have gone to people that he liked. So what energy did you not get from him?
My argument is this. Why waste your time that these two assholes become bigger when they shouldn't, because they're dickheads. These two fucking guys are dickheads. You got great guests, not me.
I'll give them
great
that.
guests. Push them. Help them. Pick them up with a car once in a fucking while. They got to take a fucking subway 6 in the fucking morning.
I blame
Cut
that.
the shit.
I blame that on Les Moonves.
Am I right?
Did
Did you pick up anybody with a car? Howard don't go for shit when it comes to picking up a fucking car, for picking up a check. Where is he? If I work for Howard Stern,
I
work for Howard Stern, I tell him, Howard, you're full of shit when he is full of shit.
Pat, I genuinely don't see how he made the millionaires. I don't see that correlation.
Because of the publicity, made every paper in the country. Hello?
For like a minute. And then
How about a week and a half, 2 weeks? Everybody said, Pat, what is this man? I said, because Howard don't see the forest for the fucking trees. He's jealous they're going to take his material. He's got no fucking material. He is what he is. He's a genius of him fucking self. I'm a genius of myself. I'm A+ company. You understand?
So
I do.
Wait a minute. You throw your friend under the bus because you see him making a mistake?
No, that's not a mistake. That's not a mistake, honey. That's not thinking. Here's a genius, goes to college, and he says, let's get two dickheads and make them popular. Fuck them. They're two dickheads. Oh, by the way,
You two
I was
fucking
around before
dickheads.
Howard Stern was picking ants with his fucking nose.
Right.
Let's start that.
But what is that? But I don't understand what that means.
See, basically,
That is so funny.
You cannot
That
be
is-
mad at
that-
Pat
no.
Cooper. He's
No.
just brutal.
No.
He's brutalizing the entire envelope. He's just peeing on the world.
He is.
Fuck you, fuck Stern.
He's
fuck
a machine
everybody.
gunner spinning in circles.
He's
is
not
what he
no
is.
bullshit
He's just wiping
motherfucker.
everybody out.
Fuck everybody.
He don't care. He doesn't care.
You could have been anybody,
Yeah.
motherfucking, but you
Didn't matter.
The compliment is that you were you are specifically the dudes who he thinks have hit that mantle.
Right.
He didn't mention anybody else.
No.
So to him, it's like He made you guys, you the guys. But it could have been anybody. He's looking at you as the guys that ain't him. You know what I'm saying?
I take it as I'm flattered to be shit on
I think
by
that's
Pat
a compliment.
Cooper.
I think that's a fucking tremendous
I'm flattered
thing
to
right
be shit on by Pat Cooper.
Get Pat
God
Cooper
bless
on the
him.
phone.
God
Get
bless
him on
Pat
the phone.
Cooper.
Get him on the phone.
I love him.
I
He's just an
can't-
angry. He was throwing punches everywhere.
Just angry. He is legitimately a throwback to like men.
Oh,
There's someone out there that knows Pat Cooper. Get him to call the show.
But what was
now.
he on? Was he on the show?
No,
it's the show after the show.
After the show.
Don't you know how that works over there, Patrice? It's all about Howard. So he does his show, and then after Howard's show, there's a show that they do about the show you just heard. I kid you not.
Was he on the show?
No, Howard doesn't do that.
No, he's not allowed.
Howard does his show.
He's not allowed on the show. He's allowed on the after show.
No.
Pat
Cooper wasn't on the show.
That's right.
Right. Okay.
He was on the after the show?
Yeah. And Howard doesn't do the after show. See, Pat was on the after show, not good enough for the show.
Right.
But then they do the after show, and then there's news
It's like,
about the show and the after show, and then they replay
it's
the
kind
show.
of like the post Super Bowl show, and you're a football player, and they just let you kind of throw some passes.
This from
after
the guy that
Super Bowl.
wouldn't sell T-shirts or coffee mugs with his image because he was worried about overexposure.
There you go. Let's get through the Pat Cooper audio. There's like a minute left here. Get Pat Cooper on this damn radio program, please.
Dickheads and make them popular. Fuck them. They're two dickheads. Oh, by the way, I was around before Howard Stern was picking ants with his fucking nose.
Right.
Let's start
Or an
that.
aardvark joke.
But I don't
That's
understand what that
funny.
means.
Because he is not the only one to do what he has been doing. That's been done for years. He got in the door because he did it the right way.
But he's doing it the best now.
I didn't say no. The man is a
Barry,
fucking
relax.
genius.
Don't
As
have to kiss his ass
far
all
as
the
I'm
time.
concerned, a fucking genius. Anybody that loves Stan Kinison, it can't be
Stan
that fucking
Kinison?
dumb.
Was that revisionist history, or am I missing something?
Big
That's how I see it.
Big time. Robin and I were just saying, I remember he was mad about the Opie and Anthony thing, but the thing that he was mad about was not that Howard made the millionaires. His exact quote was, when he could be quoted this way, was, "Who the fuck is Howard to tell anybody what to do?"
Right.
That's what it was. That's what the anger was. Not about he made these two idiots millionaires. That's new.
Yeah, all of a sudden now, it's Howard wasn't good to his friends.
Guys like that are so classic for like what they focus on. Like, why is he so focused on Opie and Anthony? Like, why is that an issue?
Yeah, why should he even care about
Yeah,
them?
like Howard's opinion of them. Like, what does that involve?
Yeah, you know
him?
what? If I could have thought of all the things that would have alienated us from Pat, that would have been like 150th on my list.
Yeah, it's just weird that he's focusing on that. It's hilarious.
No, it's a great point.
It's a good point because he said, Howard, who's been the champion of free speech in a lot of people's eyes.
And taking on all the enemies and all that.
Yeah,
and
things
taking
like that.
on all other radio shows. We're the first radio show he did not take on, by the way. The first one.
Yeah, not on the radio, behind the scenes.
And the
he
only
certainly
one, by
did.
the way.
Thank you very much.
But he didn't. He knew he didn't have what it took to take us on. With his his radio show.
So Pat got pissed about that, and God bless Pat was able to go right up to his face and say, "Look, you told him to shut up. You made them. You went to the boss and made them not talk about you anymore, and I got a problem with that." Good. I find it fun when he calls us dickheads and assholes. It's hysterical to me.
And he'll be on the phone. I guarantee you, he'll call you dickheads on the phone.
Yeah,
you
fine.
two dickheads.
He did nothing for me.
Let's get Pat Cooper on the air.
Yeah,
I don't know how we do
book
that.
him.
I think he was trying to get on our show a while back. Maybe we have a number for him.
Book him.
Let's go to Lou in New York. Lou.
Hey, hi guys.
Hey.
I got a little information on Pat. Matter of fact, I know you guys from the downtown. I did your.
Are you a friend of Pat Cooper's?
Yes, I am.
Then tell him to call the show right now.
Well, I don't have his number. Put it this way, I'm an acquaintance.
hell
I
of a
used to work
friend.
some shows with him. Just to let you know that he is that way on and off stage. The man is never off.
All right. Well, we just want to get him on the show. It's great, you're a friend of his, but try to get a hold of him for us.
If I can, I certainly will try. And you guys are great. I'm probably one of your oldest listeners. I'm at 60 years old, but you guys make me laugh every day.
All right, Lou. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
So there you go.
Yeah, Pat. That was good.
Ben sent Pat an email.
You two dickheads.
Good. We'll have him on tomorrow, I bet
Yeah,
you.
dickheads and assholes.
You dickheads.
Or
You
later
two
today.
Dickheads.
Make them millionaires.
No, I mean, you still got to work at the job.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We knew when we came to New York that it'd be a smart move to get under Howard's skin. We knew that. Of course.
After we got an audience.
Yeah, of course we knew that, but you also have
So
to
that-
do.
when he-
you also
he-
have to do compelling radio on a daily basis.
When he left originally, it was because that the gag order
that
put on
pissed
him?
him off.
Yes,
That pissed him
absolutely.
off.
But why didn't he come? I guess I answered my own question. But why didn't he come to you guys, like to say, you know, he just goes
Because we're assholes and dickheads.
You're dickheads, right? He's like, fuck you.
Why go on that show?
The gag order, by the way, you know, that was
that's
well
so
reported. You could Google that and read about that. That was a fun few months.
Hey, this is Patrice O'Neal. You are listening to the worst of Opie and Anthony. I guess which is their best, really. You know, when you think about it.
Meanwhile, you hear the guy in where was it, Guatemala, don't want to sell him the fucking land. Guy's got 290 fucking acres.
Scotland.
All right, so
He wants to build like a state-of-the-art, like I don't know,
$1 billion golf
So the
course.
guy said,
Is
I
it a
like-
billion? That's what I was going to say,
Yeah.
but that sounds
The guy
insane.
said, my cows are more important, or my fucking ducks are more important. Fuck you. That's his privilege. So Don said, I'm going to build on top, and I got that. What the fuck is that? What about the trees and the fucking ants and the things that have to run around and fly? What the fuck are we going to stop? Very soon there'll be never. You know, I like to see a fly once in a while. You can't go in the fucking bedroom. There's no more flies. They got this disinfecting. The fucking flies. They make the door, and then you hear, boom. And then I go there. I can't get a hard on. And I'm wondering why. Because I'm peeing in these fucking places and that aerosol shit. And I'm saying, and my lady friend goes, "What's that smell? You got some perfume on?" It's that shit that they're killing flies with. And I never see a fucking fly try to get on my balls so I can die. That's what it is.
Yeah, they get those little spray in there, and you're breathing in insecticides.
We need that shit. We need flies. We need manure. We need that to grow things. Horseshit grows beautiful flowers.
So stop building. What about global warming?
Global. Oh, that was Al Gore. Oh, fuck. Fuck Al Gore. Al Gore knows as much about global warming. You understand? The only thing he knows is steam heat. He don't know about fucking up. Where does this man come off when you got great scientists who are in the fucking trenches, who are living on top of Mount Everest, who are freezing their balls off to find out why the fucking polar bear ain't fucking anymore? That's important. That's important.
Yeah.
What about the polar bear fucking? There's no more cubs. And what happens? There's too many seals. Who's gonna eat the fucking seals? So they get the Japanese, they get boats and they say, "I'm seal meat." I don't fucking understand it anymore. Let life be the way it was. During the days of Columbus and the Queen Elizabeth there, nobody bothered. The trees were growing. People were farting. It was a contest. It was wonderful. Now we can't even fart. That's why you got cancer. They got bowel movement. Why can't you have cancer? I don't go take a shit in 3 days. Well, you got to take a burying. What's a burying? We put a thing in your fossil and then we loosen it up. You must go to the toilet at least once a day. Oh, yeah, but I don't. Why have I got pain? Because the corrosion is up your ass, ain't coming out. That's why you got pain. I'm not a doctor, but I'll tell you, that's the fucking problem. You must dump.
You got to shit once a day. Once a day.
My father was like a fucking ballet. He got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, goes, "What's in my paper?" He closed the door, nobody coming in, and it was like you're gonna and he'd finished. And he turned around. You walked in there, you didn't smell now. You respected the next person coming there.
Well, how do you get rid of the smell?
My father said, no, they got garlic. They got to be fucking
garlic.
My father says, doing that is an art form. Remember, when you go to a doctor and he tells you how's your movement, he's interested. When he don't give a shit about that, then you got a problem. Right. You must get rid of all that. That's why I see how nice the horses, and they go. We're human beings. We have a fucking problem. You know why? We crossbreed food. I'm an Italian. All you should eat is Italian food. I eat Chinese food. The fucking ass locks. Because it's not used to Chinese food. That's why we're having pains and aches and people saying, "Geez, you're not a doctor. Why would you say that?" That's common sense. Why do the Jewish people have bowel problems? They eat Chinese food every fucking Sunday, and then pastrami, and then they go into the Italian, and the intestines going, "What the fuck is coming down here? What is coming down here?" I had a fucking yen. I bought a pastrami sandwich, then I had some Chinese food. Well, that's why you got pains.
He has a way of simplifying everything, because if you really think about that horse thing, wow.
Yeah, a horse will just shit anyway. They don't care. They never you never see a horse with a bowel movement.
If you watch a horse shit, it flows out real nicely.
Would you give a horse a steak? steak sandwich. He would fucking die. He's happy to be in a barn, lifting his leg up, peeing his shit, and having some hay. He's a content fucking animal.
So you're saying, pasta, some meatball Parmesan heroes?
I eat Italian food 7 days a fucking week. Once in a while, I'll hit the Chinese restaurants, and the first thing you got to do, the first thing you got to ask for is the hot oil. You have hot oil? Yes, we have a hot oil. Put the hot oil down there. Why? Just in case it obstructs my bowel movement. That'll fucking you'll start hearing trumpets. And I turn around and I have my little dish, a lot of vegetables, whatever there is, there, poopy, pop, pop, and then next day, and I get the call of the wild, and I go, and I'm happy. Because my wife died after 6 months, used to go once a week, and I tell her...
Oh, cheese.
Oh, terrible. Well, cheese? Love cheese.
Oh, cheese.
I thought you said cheese, anyway. But you know what I'm saying? And what happens is all that life... 71, 72 years old, she passed on, and, she suffered terrible with that. She had all kinds of things. I said, sweetie, it was hereditary. Her father had the same problem, mother. But when she would see me go 3 times in one day, she would cry. So how do you do that? I said, put my hands on the bowl, and I sit there, and I say, I ain't leaving it till I go. I don't give a fuck if you all burst. I gotta go. If I think I missed a day, and I'm very... I read a paper, I read a magazine, I read the penthouse letters, try to get an erection, I try everything. That's the truth.
Just sit there until you're
Nothing
done.
moves. I took Viagra, stupid me, and it's not no lie. I take Viagra, and I'm in front of the mirror. So my doctor says, well, who'd you go with? I said, there was nobody but me. You're supposed to have a woman, you dumb fuck. So I swear it. I'm in front of the mirror, I'm saying, this thing don't even move. That's how dumb I am. So whenever you think somebody think I'm too smart, I'm fucking dumb. But you see, that's I want to get an erection naturally.
I want to, we're learning a lot today. We got to make sure we
want anything natural.
I told a girl, you want a manala twice? She goes, I don't like sauce on my meat. Look at my fucking problem. No, but I mean, all my life I had a natural. So now to start taking, I get things from Spain. Listen to this. They have a patch. You put the patch on your ass for 3 hours. I put on my ass for 3 hours and went back to smoking. So what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that tell you? So, nothing works. That means my father would say you are dead. Accept what the God told you. You have enough of fucking, and now go to work and shut up. Now you rehearse dying. That's what you do. You get ready.
So, we're learning a lot.
Yeah, very educational program.
We need flies.
Yeah, miss the flies. There's no flies around. He's right, too.
Why are you looking at your watch? What happened?
I have to look at my watch.
What
because
happened?
Do you mind?
I thought we were having fun.
Do you mind? I want to see how long I'm on this fucking thing and who's paying the check here.
Oh, boy. I was going to say, we're going to get a bill.
No, you said 10:30.
I gave you an hour of funny.
You said 10:30.
All right, if you want to leave.
No, 10:30. You said 10:30, you sick fuck. I don't know what the fuck.
Treat this man with respect, Opie. Not your usual shenanigans.
I love
I went on a ship, believe it or not, a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
About a month and a half ago, I went to Spain. And the name of the ship was the Whisperer, the Silver Whisperer. So, when you go to a foreign country, you're not in America. People forget that. Now, I don't know. I got to get euro. That's their money.
Sure.
So I see a casino. I go in the casino, and I say, excuse me, I need $1,000 worth of euro. And he gives me back $600. I said, I didn't make a fucking bet yet. You're taking $400 fucking dollars of my money? He says, yeah. I said, excuse me, are there any Jews here? He said, beg your pardon? Are there any fucking Jews here? That's what you want Jews here. You know why they're not here? Because you can't fuck a Jew with the money. I said, I'm a fucking apostate, you cockknocker, and you're taking $400 fucking dollars? He goes, but that is the law. What you starting with me? I said, that's what I'm starting. The fuck, you crazy? I come to Europe now. We go from Barcelona. We're going to go now to Valencia. There's an island. Valencia up the mountain. So we land at Valencia. I'm sitting next to an old lady. She's going, oh, I never missed the Cooper. Have you ever been to Valencia? I said, no. I said, she goes, well, we're leaving tonight and then we're going to go to Isba. I says, no, we're not. She goes, what do you mean? I said, no, that's what they're bullshitting you. I said, so we're going around the back of Valencia. They're going to tell you it's another fucking island. She says, why? I said, because why the fuck should they go to 4 islands when they all look the same? They got a fucking mountain. They got a couple of ships. What the fuck you want? Don't you think he tells the captain? I don't know.
A knock on the door.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Cooper, the captain would like to see you. That's so, an Italian guy. And I go to see him in his office. And he looks at me with a smile. He says, Mr. Cooper, you're telling people only going to one island. It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. He said, well, that woman thinks we're going to Valencia for 4 times. It's a joke. I said, we're going to land in Monaco. He said, but you know, she's an 80-some-odd-year-old woman. She said, I'm not getting my money, so I'm just cause a fucking riot. Now, never worked the ships many years ago. I turn around, the ship leaves an hour late. In my comedic mind, and we pull out. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Cooper, I want to apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We left an hour late. We had a flat. And by the way, we're lost! The captain wants to see you. I go up there where the fuck the captain sits. He goes, why are you telling people we are lost? I said, do me a fucking favor. I said, drive the fucking ship. I'll do the comedy. I thought he was kidding me. He says, you'll leave the ship tomorrow. And they landed in Puerto Rico and trim it the fuck off.
Are you serious?
He said, we don't drive the ship. We sail the ship. Sail, drive. Who the fuck cares? Let's get the fucking... And, you know, it don't mean... That's what I'm trying to say. When you're funny and the audience loves you, he don't like you, off the fucking ship. So there's your answer.
Maybe no one was sleeping on the ship and they needed a good night's sleep.
Oh, that's great. That old lady probably thought she had the make on the captain. Hey, I know what you're doing. You're going around the same island. There's a guy out there told me.
But this woman, you know, what do I know? They're all frightened at 80, 85. And she tells the captain, you're not kidding me. We're going to the same island all around in a circle. What a great gag. Of course, so now she started to tell everybody else.
Of course she did.
That's a really funny line.
My lady friend said to me, you know, she said, Pat, I mean, they don't understand your flow. I said, I didn't even tell the captain. She goes, well, then everybody's got a sense of fucking humor.
Right.
She goes, now when we went to IB's and then we went to Corsica, and she says, you know, Mr. Cooper, I gotta say, they all really look the same. And I go, they are.
How do you discipline your kids then?
Very simple.
Because they know you're not going to get beat.
You stand up. No, my opinion, Mo.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
I don't know the answer.
Up to them. You stand up there. He says, you're going to do what? Now, you know how you do it? You say, here, you want drugs? Would you like some drugs? They look at you. I'll buy them. We'll sit at a table, me, you, your sister, and your mother, and we'll all get high together. And they go out, yeah, I will buy the drugs. They go, Daddy, you what? Then they say, listen to this. They say, what kind of drugs you going to buy? Look at this. I said, I'm going to buy oregano. And you shove it up your nose, and you hear Malavam in it for 2 hours. And they look at you, and they go, Pop, you're kidding me. Remember that. And don't hang out with gangs, and don't be a rat, and don't say anything about anybody. My mother had the Venetian blinds, my father shingles. We never told nobody. Quiet. Don't be a fucking rat. Have people come up. You know what Mary said to me at school today? But I don't want to hear. I want to hear. Okay? My daughter's a special ed school teacher. I got 2 grandkids. And I said, go, shh. Hiya, Pop. They go, why are you doing that? Shh. I want you to understand. You are now going to a higher school. You're going to start to hear things. And that what you don't understand, don't ask them. Ask your Papa. Papa knows. That's it. And they'll ask me, and I'll tell them, this is reality. And I tell my son-in-law, and I tell my daughter, you got to give them a little reality. I'm a street guy. I grew up on the streets. I said, these kids ain't got that privilege. So you got to tell them when they say, what does that mean? Tell them, because they are going to be alert. Because my son-in-law's a nice kid. Well, I don't got... You dip it in? You like to dip it in? Huh? You like to fucking dip it in? Huh? They're human. They want to be dipped in. Do you mind your fucking business? They want to dip it in. You got to tell them. Why do we need protection? Because a guy may have a clodhopper on the head of his cock. That's why. You need protection. I said, it's like a grasshopper, but it only has 1 leg.
I don't know how this happened, but Craig from Scranton says, guys, Pat is scaring the shit out of me. I'll never smoke pot again.
That's solving the drug problem.
Holy crap.
Because you make them interested when you do something like that. If he goes, I don't want you to smoke pot, you don't smoke. You just go, come on. You know, that. like that. It's like we're giving him a cookie behind their mother's back. That's the cookie they want, and they love you for it. He goes, don't tell your mother I'm going to give it a cookie.
Well, because they expect you to go, don't smoke the pot and yelling and screaming, right?
I say, I'm going to go with you. Oh, we're going to go all the way up on top. Oh, we're going to fly all the way. I said, oh, yeah. I says, then they laugh and they look, and I tell them, if I catch you, I says, I will kill my grandkids. Understand? While you're sleeping, I will strangle the both of you. And my daughter goes, hey, Dad, you're making them scared. Shh, 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 don't you start.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
But they love me because I think about them all the time, and I call them and I tell them what I think about them, how I miss them. I want to bite them and hug them, and I tell them how lucky that they can come somewhere after school and have someone say that to them.
Right.
And they look. So that's, as cruel as people think I am, I got a heart. I feel for people. I really do, and I think it's important.
What country did they move to?
My children. I'm not easy because I'm very dramatic.
Yes.
You understand? When I say, excuse me, everybody, I have to communicate with nature. I don't say I have to take a shit. I got to communicate with nature. And they go,
when nature calls.
No. You do your shit. I do mine. Don't tell me when nature calls. I just say, I'm going to communicate. And I go. And I don't say that in front of the kids. I take a dump. And they laugh. They go, gee, that seems to be. And they tell their teacher, my father communicates with nature. Yeah.
Jimmy, I bet you he has perfect dumps.
I'm sure he does. They're probably Pat gets very serious about very odd things, which I like. Yeah. My father, God bless him, he flushed 3 times every time he shit. It never smelled. Pat's just...
He remembers those tender moments.
Right, that's a tender moment for Pat.
Drugs and shit are those things he gets the quietest and sweetest about.
I would say it doesn't matter anymore. It just...
So anyway...
what's your problem with Imus? That seemed a little real before the break.
Listen to me. The man don't tell the truth, number 1. The man's a coward, number 2. Number 3, what he said worse than that. And worse than that crap. Stern has said worse than that. But he calmed down with his tail between his legs, and he went over to Hal Sharpton, and he said, I'm Tommy. And that other asshole who's a producer, McGurk, who likes to hit people, by the way. He thinks he beat up the sports guy that used to be on the show. They had like a legitimate fist fight.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Sid?
See, you're in a coma. You got to wake up.
No. I'll tell you.
You're in a coma.
No, he's had many different sports guys there, Pat.
No,
I'm going to defend myself.
The one guy that was there for quite, yeah.
Sid, okay.
Yeah, I'll beat you at the head of it, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
So, now, I turn around and I said he says to me one day, Imus. He said, hey, you don't like Steve Sharippa? I said, he's a bully. What? I said, he's a bully. And I went on to tell him why he's a bully. Next week he has Steve Sharippa around, which is that right. Steve has a right to protect himself if I'm calling him a bully. And he said, well, you know something about me about that? I inherited him from Stern. Now I'm watching, listen to this. I'm ready to throw the shoe out. I say, you fucking liar. You piece of shit liar. Turn around, I'm in Vegas. 3 o'clock in the morning, they wake me up because he's doing a live thing from Vegas. So he's got to be on 6 o'clock in New York. I got up out of bed and do his show. I became one of his top guests. You understand? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, he decides who's right and who's wrong. What I'll call him means I want to bring Pat here so you can talk to Steve's face. You see? But he took a part, see? I was one of his best fucking guests. Then McCoy turns around over the air. He goes, well, where's Pat going? And I'm yelling to the set, you piece of shit. I've been there already. Where the fuck are you going? You don't belong. He trying to become a comic. He's as funny as shit. That's how funny he is. But... I said, you inherited me. Now I want to defend myself because Howard never told me not to come on this show. He never told me to go on Imus. Well, no one tells me what to do. But to tell me that you inherited me,
right.
First of all, he's not in any of your leagues. He's a boring old fucking man. And I got to tell you this, he's not a nice man. And the big protection is he has a ranch. His ranch is 3 ducks and a fucking cow, but he's got a ranch. So anytime they knock his brains out, he goes, well, I'm raising money for children. Why don't you raise money for your fucking brains and how to treat people? He's very evil toward people. He doesn't know class. He doesn't understand it. He's a fucking horseshit cowboy that hangs around New York and can't ride a fucking horse. That's the
And the biggest mistake he made was going on Reverend Al's show?
The biggest mistake he made was showing he's not a fucking man. But meanwhile, he's talking to political greats what they should and shouldn't do. He didn't stand up. And I got news to you. His radio show's going to go in the shitter. He'll never be the Imus of yesterday. Because everybody will tell you, you're a fucking dog.
Right.
Now, how he stood up to Sharpton and said, how dare you think that I said that? Fuck you, Al, and fuck your racist remarks. How about that? Now, you come on the air, and I'll tell you what I think here. And let me tell you, there are black people I don't like. There are Italians I don't like. But don't call me a fucking racist, you asshole.
Yeah,
but
see, that I agree with. That part I definitely agree with. The way he handled it was awful. The tail between his legs, the apologizing, the groveling, to the likes of Reverend Al Sharpton, who shouldn't be given credibility by anybody.
Did you read today's paper? Al says he's not sure yet if he's going to let him off.
Yeah, if he's going to allow him.
That enraged us. We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah, he wants to hear from Citadel and ABC what it is, if there's things in his contract that'll keep him from saying bad things. Since when is Reverend Al involved in his contract, other people's contracts?
Reverend Al is a bully. That's what it breaks down.
He's a racist, a separatist. Yeah. He's one of the worst. He is like the opposite of he's the black side of what the Ku Klux Klan is.
I tell you, and I'll bet my life on it, there are African Americans that don't like this man.
Oh, yeah.
That he's hurt the goddamn culture. He's hurt the culture.
We've heard that from a lot of black people.
Got to be ashamed of himself.
Pat, he doesn't make a living unless there's hatred between the races. So he keeps it going. He keeps the heat on. He keeps race baiting and throwing out his racist remarks. And the guy is making a living doing it.
It's got to hit him in the ass sooner or later. Because people...
Why are we part of him? Why are we one of the only shows that, call out Al like that? Most of these guys haven't said shit about the Imus thing and Reverend Al.
Oh.
Everyone's
man.
Everyone's afraid of Reverend Al now.
Like, comedy, we know radio. And a lot of these radio show hosts, they just fucking were too scared to, speak their mind about this whole thing.
I'm going to tell you why. They have no character, and they have no fucking dignity. They'll give up their fucking radio. What are you, crazy? Give up my radio from, they say, $2 million a year, and have a guy dump on me?
Then we're insane,
how do you look at your children? How do you look at your family? $2 million, shove it up your ass, I'll shove a garbage. You're not going to do that. My dignity is my life. That's all I got. I have my dignity. What the fuck you doing to my dignity? I went on Tom Snyder, and I went after about half a dozen fucking entertainers. They said, you're gonna lose your job. You're not gonna do comments. I raised my price 1,000, you asshole. Don't tell me what to do. So Tom Snyder says, you sure you know what you're doing? In case you didn't hear me the first time, Tom, I'll say it fucking again. And I said it again. Next day, my wife calls me, God love her soul. She goes, Pat, what's the matter with you? Why are you going crazy? I'm not going crazy. Fuck him. She goes, what? Fuck him again. She goes, why you say that word? You don't need the word. Fuck him, fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. You understand? And she turns around, she goes, a year later, my wife walked down the street. All right? And they said, are you Pat Cooper's wife? She says, what a man I married. That was worth everything I have today. What a man I married. And I'm not a tough guy. I don't fight nobody. But I say what's on my mind. So if I'm wrong, you say you're wrong. Okay, fine.
Right.
We all. But to be wrong is wonderful. That's how you learn.
Well, it's scary what radio is becoming, because now you got to think about being nice on the radio. We talk about this all the time as well. Like,
yeah, why you got to be nice?
Like what?
People have to be nice to every. If you don't like somebody, you should be able to get
Bob
on the
Grant,
air
who's
and
a friend
say,
of mine. Bob Grant's a
we
friend
love
of
Bob
mine.
Grant.
He cried when they called him a racist. He cried on the air. He said, I'm not a racist. Yeah. I called him. I said, Bob, you don't have to cry. What the fuck you crying for?
You can act like a man.
What's
the matter with you?
So he gets fired. And he goes to another program, and finally he retires. Now I understand he's back again. I love Bob.
Let it be known, he was at a radio station a few years back. Aunt and I couldn't run fast enough down the hall to meet that man.
I want to meet him.
We love that guy.
Absolutely.
The shit he used to say back in the day. You want to talk about balls?
Thank you.
You want to talk about balls? Like, holy shit!
But he never came back from that. From that whole episode.
Well, you know why?
Well, he was getting older too, though. You know.
You know why he cried? He was terribly hurt to think that people would think that of him all the years he's been on that radio. Why would you? In other words, if I said one thing, that's the end of my career.
Mm-hmm.
But then he got hired from another station.
Well, that's what we're faced with.
But it was never the same.
No, it wasn't.
We're faced with that. One thing could get you kicked off the radio.
Oh, you could get your job back, but then they'll put all kinds of rules on you that you can't say this and that and the other thing. And now it's not even just the FCC. It's the company itself tells you, don't talk about this racial group, don't talk about the blacks, the Asians, the Jews, don't talk about this.
But I'll give you an instant. I'm on Stern the other day, so Stern says, you three guys roast Pat. So I said to them, under one condition they can roast me, throw the paper away. So they looked at me. One guy says, I threw the paper away. And he threw it away. He goes, by the way, who's that cunt you're sitting next to? When I stopped, I said, let me tell you, that's funny. And Stern says, get out of here.
To you?
No, not me. Nobody says get out of here.
Not me.
I'm a fucking genius of myself. Nobody tells me. They'll throw him out off the fucking air before I go. But I tried to explain to the guy after the show was over. I said, you're so stupid. You went desperate, you panicked. You said, what has my girlfriend's got to do with trying to roast somebody? Jerry Stiller was roasted, a wonderful man. One comic, his asshole, goes after Jerry Stiller's wife's vagina. What the fuck has that got to do with a roast? Because they panic. They think, motherfucker, and if you say the curse words and there's a story, it blends. I got a flow. I can say fuck 90 million, nobody gets offended. There's a certain flow. There are people who say it, they go, oh, jeez, don't say that word. That's the difference. That's the difference.
But, and you're right. We all judge our own flow a certain way. Like, I know what I do that's true to my thinking. Like, that guy probably did panic. To blast someone's girlfriend and call her a cunt is stupid.
For no reason at all.
But
unless you're talking to Paul McCartney.
Well, yeah, exactly. A one-legged one at that. But to blast somebody, the woman just for being there is panic move. But to be vulgar because that's what you want to do is different.
No, I agree with you there. But the guy turns around, and all he had to do, he didn't have to force himself to try to be funny, take it out on someone that was not being roasted.
Right.
You're roasting me. Don't roast that guy over there. I can do it because I am going to be roasted. I can turn around and say, go after his remarks and say what this man says to me is what Pat does this. Now I'm going to turn to myself, oh, really? When I get up, I'll say this. That's a roast. But when I go into the audience who has nothing to do with it, the only thing I ever did, that they still talk about it. What's her name was in was in one of the rows there. The girl that was ran away with a gun with the
Patty Hearst. Patty Hearst.
And she's sitting in the front row, and I go, honey, Pat, so nice to see you. We know you did it.
Yeah.
And there was and the fucking place rocked.
Yeah, of course. You gotta laugh at that.
Backed away.
But that's a celebrity being in the audience. That's a famous person. That's fair game. I mean, they're showing up in a roast.
I agree,
that's fair game.
But I generally don't like to go in to the audience. I like to see it up here. And I tell people the secret of a roast is pay attention what you can't say. And they go, what do you mean? I said, they're going to say this about that one, this about that one. You know you can't say it. What? What if you ain't got enough? Go after somebody else on that fucking dais. But just keep going. So they want 5, 6, 7 minutes. If you can't hold 5, 6, 7 minutes, and I seen Milton Berle, and I've done it with the biggest, get up and tell this particular comic, stop. You didn't do your homework. What gives you the fucking right?
Nice.
He said, what gives you the fucking right to stand up with great talent? Now sit down and shut up. The guy was never on a roast again. And I told him, I try to tell you, stay the fuck off. You got trouble whispering. You got trouble spitting. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. I want to be on a roast. I want to be on a roast, all right? Roast the chicken, you stupid fuck.
Who is the comic?
I don't want to tell you. None of your business.
Who is the comic that yelled at you on Howard Show?
Huh?
Who is the...
Oh, no, I don't know. But it was 3 young guys. Nice guys. I didn't put the guy down. I wasn't mad at him. But my lady said, you got to forgive him because he panicked and he didn't know. And,
right.
And I tell you, Gary Delabate said, he grabbed him. He said, let me tell you something. You see why this man's he knows when to sweat? And he said, he didn't mean it. I said, the man didn't mean it because he didn't know what the fuck to do. I said, now, if you're going to be in a state of panic, don't go in that hallway. You don't belong. Don't go on a dais if you don't belong. He gets up there, says, I belong, fine. Now you're going to have to put your fucking nickels down. And we've had some great stars who had trouble.
You know, there's a lot of pressure for you guys now.
Absolutely.
Because Pat, what Pat is talking about, he's being roasted on Friday at the Friars Club. We're all invited. And I get to just sit there. And Jimmy will actually be roasting Pat Cooper, one of the many guys roasting you.
Get Pat some water.
I'm asking my friend for some water.
This is unopened. It's unopened. Unopened.
It could be open. Anyone that eats pussy, I like to drink with.
Who do you think is...
See? Hey, that's ad-libbing. That's using your comedic fucking mind. That's when it comes natural.
Right.
That's why when a young shit-ass 30-year-old tells me you're going to go into Caroline's, I say, first of all, go to fucking school and learn your craft. You don't go to a butcher and grab the knife and I'm a fucking butcher. Go to school and find out who Pat Cooper is. Don't ask me for a tape, you sick fuck. I said, I want a tape of you. What do you want to tape of me for? I want to know what the fuck you do, you scumbag. I said, how dare you work for Caroline's? And he hung up on me. Now, Caroline, I don't nothing against Caroline. Caroline doesn't even know comedy. Caroline is an producer of comedy. She stays home and hopes she gets laughed and give a fucking laugh. Don't matter. We're under the hammer every fucking time we go out. I'm 78. How many fucking hammers hit me over the head? So there you go. But I respect my fellow comedian. And I'm not looking to say I hope he fucking bombs. I come on, so listen to me. You want to do something? Take that out, maybe put that in. It might help you. I don't know.
Who do you think's a great roaster over the years? Who's really good up there?
A great roasters was the guys like
Rickles.
You know something? No.
Don Rickles, no?
When you say great roaster. Because Don Rickles, and I told this to Don, in fact, it was roast. We were doing Bob Newhart, and he was the one emceeing the show. And it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. You understand? It just because he can't say the Mexican over there, the guy over there. I said, when the fuck do you talk about the days?
Yeah.
So, but he decided, well, I'm not the guy. You all got to do it. So we all roasted Bob Newhart. I tell you, guys like Burr were one of the greatest ones. I did a Dean Martin roast, not the ones on television.
Dean Martin had to be one of the best.
No, but not on... No, I never did his television show. I'm talking... Was Dean Martin, Sinatra, Tommy Lasorda? I'm talking heavyweights when no girls were allowed. And what's her name? The comedian there. She's about 90 years old, but I don't know.
Phyllis Diller?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
She came in dressed as a man. It's a true story.
That's funny, though, man.
No,
God bless
I think
her.
it was great.
All right, good.
But they nailed her. And they had to leave her out there. Now you're talking about stalkers. You're talking about the guy that lived to be 90 years old, Gracie Allen and
George Burns.
I mean, you're talking about Fat Jackie Lindy. You're talking about Henny Youngman. This is not pointing at him to be those kind. But this is where my expertise came from watching these fucking guys on the roast. I mean, they had writers.
I'm with you because the Dean Martin roast that they show on TV all the time, and you can get the DVDs. They're just amazing, and I see a lot of these roasts on Comedy Central. And some of the guys they're really good at, but a lot of them are like,
But
they got to learn from the.
Did you know that Dean Martin roast? A lot of them were never in the same room.
What do you mean?
Really?
Now I'm going to teach you something.
I love when you teach us something.
Did you know that Don Rickles,
when he's roasting,
was told to come down to the studio, and they had pictures of James Stewart, pictures of Johnny Carson, and they just framed that.
Get the fuck out of here. So they have a close-up of just Don Rickles. So
not only Don Rickles, a lot of them, then they would turn around and try to get them all one day and just take that one, maybe 30 seconds and show them. But a lot of them did it.
Holy shit, are you kidding me? So they have a close-up. I know you're not kidding me. It's just an expression. Relax. Don't jump down my throat. We're having a conversation here.
I'm worried about his throat.
No, I want to follow you here. So they got a close-up, but those guys aren't even on
all the time. But what they did is
with some of these guys.
Let's assume say Don, I can't make it. So now they got Bob Hope there, so they inserted Don into that whole
into the set.
Right. So, but a lot of people didn't know that.
No clue until today.
In fact, his producer even said it when they were interviewing him. That's tough. That's tough. So this is what but they can edit everything and make it look.
So what are you trying to say with that? It's easier to do what they were doing in the old days because the people they were roasting weren't there?
Well, let me put it this way: if you fuck up, they do it again.
I got you.
Hello. So, guys, I didn't like what I said. But erase that. Try again.
Because it takes a certain amount of balls to actually beat up these guys right in front of their face. So it would probably be easier if you're alone on set by yourself and they're going to throw in the laugh tracks and the long shots of everyone laughing on the dais. It seems like it would be easier to beat someone up, right?
The Friars roast is the true roast. And particularly now with youngsters coming along who should look at the old roast and see what it's all... Because a lot of them buy material, which is nothing wrong with that. We got guys in the roast that go, I'll give you 3 lines, give me $1,000. I says, I'll tell you, I'll give you 19 for nothing, you asshole. I don't need none of them. But guys need it. So what happens is, they turn around and they write something. Guy gives them the $1,000 or $500. I'm not against these writers getting paid. Never works. Because the writer doesn't know what's inside. This gentleman knows what's inside him.
Yeah, Jimmy doesn't use writers.
No, but I'm bringing. He knows what's inside him. He knows where I can swim and where I can't swim. A lot of them go, I can do that. I said, no. So in other words, if somebody gives you a knife, you can open a head.
So right? I have a feeling you're going to be cracking some skulls on Friday.
No way.
You're going to jump up and beat some of these comedians up.
No, if they can't take it, get the fuck off. That's
a lot of pressure for these guys.
It's no pressure.
No pressure.
It's no pressure because they accept it. They accept it. And the worst thing to do is, one second, don't rehearse it. You can't rehearse a fucking roast. They're in front of the mirror. I know what time I'm back. I'm going to tell you what Pat Cooper sucks a cock and I did a cocksucker. He's a motherfucking cocksucker.
The worst part of a roast is when the audience gets uncomfortable with the comedians brutalizing each other. They get uncomfortable with what we're comfortable with, which is shitting on each other. And the MC has to kind of let them know it's okay, we're comfortable with this, and no one's getting their feelings hurt.
Nothing's worse than watching a comic get up there though, and the first couple of jokes they throw out just bomb, and you sit there and go, "Oh boy, now he's in trouble."
What if you tell the comic before he goes on? You say, "Look, come here, just in case, because I know the guy ain't gonna make it. I fucking know he ain't gonna make it. Just in case, you get up there." And you go da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Say, "It's been a pleasure. Get the fuck off." All right? Now I'm going to tip you off. Paul Schaefer. Remember Paul Schaefer?
Yep.
Paul Schaefer from the Letterman Show?
Sure.
All right? We're roasting Jerry Lewis last year. This guy comes in, they have a piano for him. This guy's as funny as fucking cancer. You understand? I'm so fucking insulted that this fucking guy had the balls to come on our fucking roasting Jerry Lewis, and he starts to try to tell a story. He was on 20 fucking minutes, and he's playing minutes. I love Jerry loves me. And I'm saying, when the fuck does he get off? I go on after him. Because I'm last, okay?
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute. My opening line is, "I want to thank you, Paul, for giving Jerry Lewis a chance to go to sleep." You fucking asshole. How dare you? Do I go in your fucking band and play? I stay out of that. That's what I'm trying to say.
You got to blame the Friars Club, though.
No.
Why would they have a guy like that in their fine establishment?
Club thinks he's
a celebrity, like he's got a
brains.
thing.
No.
They really think he could have pulled it off.
Well, they don't want to insult the guy.
No way. Tell him no. Like, you should be the president, whatever they need over there.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, boy.
It's a lot of politics involved also. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is there's no more guys of my age anymore. So these young guys are coming along who are great, and it's good for them to get up there and say, "I got fucking balls." And, if you don't kill, but you survive, well, that's okay too. Mentally, you go home and you say, something, that's with the big guys.
Right.
That really is the big guy. But to see Paul Schaefer, I said, "Get the fuck out of fuck." It's like me going into his fucking band and say, "Give me a kazoo." Because I think I can play
along.
And you know something? That's an insult because he didn't care about the fucking people wasting $10,000 fucking tables. And this guy comes up. That's why you get a puppet.
How's your blood pressure, Pat?
I have none. I died maybe.
Hey, is Jerry Lewis going to be there at your roast?
I know. Jerry Lewis was taking cat naps. Not when I was on, because he wouldn't dare. See, Jerry Lewis wouldn't dare because I fucking glob him.
What's that about, though? Why would you sleep during your own roast?
Because he's not well.
Oh.
And if you remember, he had a mild heart attack going back to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry's not well. Jerry, in my opinion, is probably one of the geniuses of our business. And Jerry is 80-some-odd years old, has contributed so much. That kind of comedy is over. My comedy, I'm laughing because I'm getting involved with controversy and stuff. But,
You're talking about pussy more.
But you got to know when to quit. You got to know.
Yeah, that's got to be a hard thing, though.
That's the sad part.
Just leave, walk away. That's got to be hard.
They say to me, "I got a job for you in Utah." I said, "Listen to me. I love Utah. Me and the Mormons don't understand each other. I ain't going." That's the end of it. I don't go on a stage where I know I don't have a chance. It's ridiculous.
Do you accept any gigs?
Huh?
You got the guy from Carolina, you tell him to go fuck himself?
He says no a lot.
Utah tells him, "No, I'm not going there."
Because the guy that's booking Caroline's or the girl don't do their homework. They say, "What does Pat Cooper do?" I said, "Tell him I clean fish." What the fuck do I do? You sick fuck. What do you do? How dare you insult me? First of all, how about manners for an adult? How about a young punk saying, "Mr. Cooper"? But don't tell me what do you do, you little asshole. Go to school and learn about comedy. Who's Milton Berle? Who's Groucho Marx? Who's all these guys? And learn why they became successful. Don't sit there and say, "I'm booking acts now." Book your mother. Book your mother, you sick fuck.
Out of the young guys, who do you like? It seems like you're...
But I saw a mob the other day.
Well, give us a few names. Like, who do you like out there, Pat? You're like a legend.
You're not the district attorney. Come on.
I'll turn your fucking mic off.
Something. I go past Caroline's the other day.
District attorney.
I go past Caroline's the other day.
You need me, because I can just do that.
I don't need shit. You know what I do for a hobby?
Pleasure to have you in.
It's a
Definitely.
pleasure to be here. Anytime.
Thanks, Pat.
All right.
So I like it. It gives me... Now, see, this is therapy.
Is it really?
You see. Now, and I'm going to say something. I say it on the stage, but the desperation of the tube, and they had a guy. If you remember Beyond, they had a show called Beyond, like when Dr. Phil was getting hot and all that, and people want to,
Oh, right, talk to their dead relatives and
so
stuff.
the guy says to this guy, he says, "I'd like to talk to my father." You know what the guy said to him? "Your father don't want to talk to you." I looked at my girl, I said, "Fucking sick." And I say that on the stage, he gets a fucking screamer. I says, "Look how fucking sick we are. What the fuck you can't... I got trouble talking to the live people. What the fuck am I to talk to the dead?" But this is how scared. Now we got a woman come on, she's a psych. She goes around and she smells this, she smells that. Who the fuck cares? Why don't you let us live? We don't want to know about tomorrow. We're trying to live to fucking today. Oh, hey, what are you going to eat next Thursday? You cock. What am I going to eat? I don't know what I'm going to eat tomorrow, you stupid fuck. My father would say to me, I say, "Where are we going to go next?" "We're not going nowhere. We may die in 30 seconds. Will you please dip the fucking bread into sauce and shut up?" That was where it was, right in the box. We lived in a box. That was it.
You didn't have to worry, right?
We're talking
You
about
just lived
next.
your life.
Maybe she'll run next 2012. She's lucky if she got the runs. Forget about running. She's not yet. I mean, who can talk 12 years from now? I mean, it's so bullshit.
Making plans 12 years. Get out of here.
I love when they say, "Well, I can't run right now, but I think maybe in 8 years." Fuck you. You may be dead in 8 years, you sick fuck. I mean, live from day to day. Let the kids out there say, "Jesus, what's our hurry? Where the fuck we going? Now we're going to go to California in 33 minutes. Why? Because I'm in a hurry to get there. Fuck you in California. I ain't going. So you put you on a chute, up in the air, over the fucking earth, and you land. Now we're going to get pissed off. Gee, I wish I could do it in 12 minutes. We're never fucking satisfied. Never satisfied. I'm in the shopping mall. And I said to the woman, I says, "Are they on sale, these pants? Huh? Are they on sale, these pants?" And she rings a bell. And another guy comes over. And she's talking to the guy in her native tongue. God bless her. And I says, "You gotta learn English. Please, Mother of Jesus, learn fucking English. I don't want the fucking pants. You understand? Fuck the sale and fuck the pants." Another guy comes over. I said, "3 fucking guys. What, are you got 3 interpreters here? I don't want the fucking pants." The guy, "Ma'am, sir, what seems to be the problem? When the fuck you gonna speak English? The fuck is wrong with you people? It's an insult to my culture. It's an insult to America. Don't give him the fucking job. I don't give a fuck what you said. Speak fucking English."
If you're dealing with the public, you should be able to speak English. Simple as that.
But nobody was this one.
Simple as fucking
You're
that.
offending. I said,
Right.
fuck them.
Yeah.
Go back where you came from. This is my country. I go to Italy, I try to speak Italian. Whatever. Make a lot of neck movement. At least I'm trying. At least I'm fucking trying. These people, they need the job. I mean, when I see a guy with a turban in the car, and he speaks, "Yes, sir, may I? What can I? Take me to 39 cents to a thank you." And I look and I see, something? I'm looking at an oil painting. I'm looking at India. What a fucking nice culture.
You want to kiss him.
And as a joke, I said, "When'd you get that lanced?" And he turns around and he goes, and this is the kicker. He goes, "Mr. Cooper, I listened to you on Stern." And I said, "Well, thank you." He's recognized the voice. But, at least he had a sense of humor. Then the guy pulled a fucking knife and I'm dead.
Wait, there's a problem there. He used to listen to you on Stern. We inherited you from Stern.
I know you did.
You're like an heirloom.
I never knew who he was.
Hey, Pat, that was pretty clever on my part. You got to be honest.
Can I tell you something? You two guys, if you lose clever,
that's a pet.
You'll be sermonizing cars, trust me.